Hello everyone, have you ever wondered how much a forest, a river or a mangrove ecosystem is actually worth in Malaysian ringgit? Putting a price tag on nature is crucial for protecting it, but conducting a brand new economic study can take months and cost a fortune, and there is where benefit transfer comes in. Simply put, benefit transfer is a smart shortcut where we take the economic values calculated from an existing study and apply them to a completely different but similar location. For example, if researchers have already spent the time and money to estimate the value of a mangrove forest in Sabah, we can safely use those same findings to estimate the value of a similar mangrove forest in Sarawak. It's all about working smarter, not harder. In this video, we are going to show you exactly how this method saves time, saves money, and help us make fast, critical decisions to protect our environment.
So why is benefit transfer important to us? First, it's very fast. Original valuation studies can take years, but benefit transfer gives us answers in days or weeks, so policymakers does not have to wait. Second is about cost. A full study can cost hundreds or thousands of ringgit. Benefit transfer helps us save our money, especially important for a country like Malaysia. Third, it's sometimes our only option. What if a dam has not been built yet? We cannot measure its value directly, but we can transfer values from similar existing dams to help us make decisions now. Finally, benefit transfer helps our governments make better choices for all of us. Without economic values, nature is valued at zero by default. Benefit transfer gives nature a reasonable number so our environment is not ignored. In short, benefit transfer saves us time, saves our money, and helps protect our natural resources when we need quick decisions.
Now, I will explain the strength of benefit transfer. Benefit transfer is a useful method because it allows researchers and policymakers to estimate environmental values using information from existing studies instead of conducting a completely new study. One of its main strengths is that it is cost-effective. Since there is no need for extensive survey or fieldwork, it can significantly reduce research costs. It is also time-efficient. Existing data can be applied quickly, making it especially useful when decisions need to be made within a limited time frame. In addition, benefit transfer is practical and accessible. It can provide valuable estimates even when there are limited resources, data, or expertise available. Another strength is that it supports environmental policy and planning by helping decision makers assess the benefit of conservation, restoration, and sustainability projects. Overall, benefit transfer is a convenient approach that saves time and money while providing useful information for environmental management and decision making.
So I'm going to explain about the weaknesses of benefit transfer. Although benefit transfer is very useful, it has several limitations. The first one is the result may not be fully accurate because the original study was conducted in a different location. Environmental conditions such as biodiversity, ecosystem quality, and resource availability may vary from one site to another. Second, differences in population characteristics can affect the value estimates. People living in different areas may have different income levels, preference, and willingness to pay for environmental protection. Third, if the original study is outdated or of poor quality, the transfer value may not reflect current environmental and economic condition. Finally, relying solely on benefit transfer may lead to incorrect policy decision if the new site is significantly different from the original study area. Therefore, benefit transfer should be used carefully and is often more suitable for assessment rather than detailed evaluation.
Now, let's discuss some past application of benefit transfer in environmental valuation. The first application is wetland conservation in the United States. Wetlands provide important ecosystem services such as flood control and water purification. Instead of conducting new valuation studies for every wetland, researchers transferred economic values from previous studies to estimate their benefits. These estimates were then used to support conservation and restoration projects. The second application is coral reef conservation. Coral reef contribute to tourism, fisheries, and biodiversity protection. Researchers use benefit transfer to estimate the economic value of coral reef in areas where primary valuation studies were unavailable. The result helped justify investment in marine conservation and management. The third application involves national parks and outdoor recreation. Government agencies often need to estimate the recreational value of activities such as hiking, camping, and sightseeing. By transferring values from existing recreation studies, they were able to obtain reliable estimates more quickly at lower cost. The fourth application is recreational fisheries. Researchers use benefit transfer to estimate the economic benefits of fishing activities by applying values from previous studies conducted in similar locations. These estimates supported fisheries management and resource planning. Next, benefit transfer is widely used in ecosystem service valuation for environmental policy. It helps estimate the value of ecosystem service provided by forests, rivers, wetlands, and biodiversity. This estimate assists policymakers in making decisions related to conservation, development, and environmental management.
To further demonstrate the practical use of benefit transfer, let's look at 5 additional real-world applications. The first example is from Malaysia mangrove forest. Benefit transfer was used to estimate the value of mangrove ecosystem based on information from previous study. The results show that mangroves are important because they protect coastline from erosion and strong storm. The second example is from Forest Carbon Project in Canada. Values from earlier forest studies were applied to estimate how much carbon forests can store. This information helps support forest protection efforts and climate change policies. The third example is watershed protection programs in Latin America. Data from similar studies were used to estimate the benefit of maintaining healthy watershed that provide clean water to local communities. The finding helped governments support water conservation projects. The fourth example is urban green spaces in Europe. Economic values from previous studies on parks and green areas were applied to estimate the benefit of developing new green spaces. The result helped city planners make better decisions for urban development. The fifth example is air quality improvement programs in the United States. Information from earlier studies was used to estimate the benefit of reducing air pollution. This estimate helped support environmental policies and pollution control programs. These examples show that benefit transfer can be used in many environmental issues, including forest conservation, water protection, urban planning, and air quality management. Overall, this example demonstrates that benefit transfer can be applied to a wide range of environmental issues, including forest conservation, water protection, urban planning, and air quality management.
To wrap it all up, environmental valuation doesn't always require starting from scratch. Benefit transfer gives us a smart practical shortcut by allowing us to estimate the economic value of our ecosystem quickly and at a fraction of the cost. Now, we have to admit it is not a perfect science and it might not give us to pinpoint accuracy of a brand new multi-month field study, but in the real world of environmental planning, time and budget are tight. When policymakers need to make quick, critical decisions to protect our forests, rivers, and mangroves, this method is an absolute lifesaver. In short, benefit transfer ensures that nature always has a measurable value on the table worldwide, because when we save time and money on research, we can spend more time to doing what actually matters, which is protecting our environment.